Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to be doing something a little different than usual. Basically, right now the North America ladder's down. According to BattleNet, it says it should be back at like 2 p.m. So the stream might be a little wacky today, but I am going to stream right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to um, I'm going to learn a new PvT build order. So I'm just going to use this map, and basically when the game starts, or when we get into the lobby, I'll show you guys what's going to go on. So if you haven't watched Day 9, you should probably watch Day 9. He's really good. Alright, sorry, I'm just getting my windows set up here. So basically, this is what we're working with here. We've got MC's Oracle Expand. And I got this from, I think it's sc2builds.com, something like that. I'm not sure how much I like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I end up liking it or not. All right, so basically, this is what they give you. This is a list, and this is not what you want, right? This is not a good way to learn a build, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do PvT, Oracle, expand, a la MC. That sounds good. So we're gonna do it in groups, just like Day 9 said. We're gonna have group number 1, which I guess I will call. So let me see. I'm not so familiar with this build yet, so I gotta look at it a little bit. I'm looking for where is the expand at here? Gateway Assimilator Pylon, Gateway Core, Warp Gate Stalker. Ah, here it is. The Nexus is right here. Alright, so group 1 is going to be before the Nexus. So that's what we're going to call it. That's what I usually call it. Group 1 before Nexus. Right? And then we list all the buildings we have here. We have a gateway. So we do 1 gateway. 2 simulators. 17, so we get a core, 1 cyber core, and since we get a stalker here, I'm gonna put it actually up here. So we get 2 stalkers if you look down the list. So 2 stalkers is what I'm gonna put here, and a mothership core. I call it a Mobo core when I type. Too lazy to type all that. Fingernail feels weird. Alright, so we have this list, right? So what we're going to do now is keep going with it. And we're going to make a group number 2. And this is going to be during the expand. So while the Nexus is building. That's what this group is. So 150 gas. So let me try to see here. So this is the Nexus right here. So you actually start the Stargate before the Nexus. And you get a sentry as well. So we're gonna add this. And we're gonna add 1 Stargate here. And I'll explain exactly why you should do build orders this way as soon as I finish the list. I'm gonna yawn. Apologies. Alright. So, okay. Militia Corps. Stargate Century. Okay, so, and then you start at Oracle apparently too, so we got one Oracle. So we got a lot of stuff going down before we expand. Lots of stuff. Alright, so now during the expand, you get 2 gateways, 1 assimilator, and apparently there's 3 different times you can attack. This is a little bit different than what I'm used to. So just let me so during the expand you're making oracles. Alright, so before the Nexus, 2 Stalkers, Sentry, Oracle, and a Mothership Core. Excuse me. I wanted to get some coffee, but I decided that I would drink this water instead. So. Alright. So. Alright, so basically we're doing a, it looks like a 13 gateway. We're going to get 2 assimilators at 15, and the Stargate goes down somewhere around probably like 27 supply or something like that. And it looks like we're going to be putting on Mothership Core pressure with the Stalker. Like 2 Stalkers in the Mothership Core. So, let's see here. So notes, right? This is where the subjective things come in. So attack with 2 Stalkers and Mobo Core at about or as soon as it finishes. We have another one down here. Okay, so we can either attack at 8 minutes with 3 oracles, or attack at 8:30 with 4 oracles. And I guess the distinguishing thing between the two is if he doesn't scout your Stargate, you should wait until 8:30. I'm of the opinion that you should just attack with 2 oracles personally, but we'll see how that feels when we get in there. This is just the way that they're telling me to do the build, right? It's not the way I have to do it. So, okay, so we got 1 gate, 2 assimilators, Cybercore, just making sure I got everything here. So we got the Stargate right here, got a Sentry, Oracles, Nexus. So right after you make the Sentry, or no, right when the Stargate finishes, you start an Oracle. So this is something I can write down. Start 1 Oracle, then expand at 400 minerals. Right. So that's okay. So we'll get that. Right. So then we get our third assimilator, right? So now we're done with this list pretty much. I have it I have it on another window, so if I need it, I can come back to it, but I don't think I will. So then group 3, after expand, or we'll just call it during oracle attack. Right. So this is something that I'm gonna think about now. So how do you follow this up, right? So it is a macro build. It's not an all-in. Trying to think. You're gonna have 3 gateways, so you can transition into 4-gate robo pretty easily. Let me think. So I'm not a fan of Stargate play versus Terran. I think it's really weak. Unless it's opening like with oracles or something. So what I think I might want to do is possibly 1 gate, 1 robo, and 1 forge. And then this is for Colossus Tech. Right, and then the other tech I could do is Templar Tech. I don't know how good that would be though. It's definitely safer to go Colossus. But those 3 buildings I think are good. And then you continue macroing and defending and take a 3rd base when you can. Make sure you're scouting his 3rd base, etc., etc., etc. So so yeah, now we have this thing that I've never done before. Let me see if I can. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we got this thing that I've never done before, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to take it off the window here. So yeah, I got this set up faster. So okay. So it looks alright. So we're going to hop into the game. And we're gonna test it out just in the basic groups. I'm gonna try to get the groups correct. The units aren't too hard, so I'll try to get those two. Excuse me, jeez. I don't know what the heck. Like as soon as I start talking, I start yawning. I've been awake since like 7, and I haven't yawned all morning. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get the unit groups right, but we're not gonna focus too much on that. We're gonna get the the build order itself pretty correct. That's our focus this time. I like scouting after 9. That's like when I like to scout, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send the probe over to a random corner of the map and pretend that it's not doing anything. Just so I can be familiar with the economy without that probe. So we do a chrono here. It's a standard chrono. Pretty much every single build does that. And that's another thing that I'm going to have to focus on later. And I'm gonna talk about why you should do a build like this. It skipped my mind right before I started this game, so I'm gonna try to at least concentrate a little bit on this. So we got a 13 gate and 2 15 assimilators is the next thing, right? So I'm gonna send him right there. 1 on 15, 2 on 15. We're going to get our next probe, and then we're going to get a pylon. And the pylon I'm going to put somewhere like over here. And I actually, sorry. It skipped my mind whether or not I do 2 in gas or not. So I'm going to pull it up real quick and look at it and see what it says. Sorry, I found it, but it doesn't say. And there's another website that I had it on. I think I just found it. I think it's Gosu Builds. Definitely said when. Yeah, so there's some other stuff in here. So it doesn't say, so I'm just gonna put all of them. And if that doesn't work out, then we'll do it some other way. Some other kind of way. Whoa. Oh. Thought it said I had 9 guys in gas, but it was on minerals, so now what we're gonna do is, oh snap, I forgot to delete that. Okay. So we have to figure out a way to get 2 stalkers, a sentry, and a mothership core. And we start our oracle, too. So I'm saving my chrono, because I don't know what to do with it yet. Not worried about that this game, though. Just gonna throw it down arbitrarily on both. Alright, so Cybercore, and we get a Stargate too. So it looks like we can get our Stargate now. I'm just gonna put it here. I know I put that pylon there for a reason, but I guess we'll get a mothership core now. And we'll chrono boost that, and then we almost have enough for another stalker here, so we'll do that too. So it looks like we're pylon blocked here. So that's interesting. It's definitely something I'm not used to. So we're going to throw down the pylon. So now we got our mothership core stalker defense. It looks like as soon as the so this is kind of working out. Remember, as soon as the mothership core finishes, we're supposed to go attack with the mothership core and the stalker. So that's what we're going to do. And then we start our first oracle, and we're about to expand. See Daisy. Not too worried about the micro there right now. I'm just trying to get this. So we're gonna send our oracle, and we need another oracle, but we're gonna get supply blocked again. It's just not used to the build yet. That's all. So we're gonna queue this up just because we need to. And this sentry was obviously late, because warp gate finished before the sentry. So we're gonna turn this into a warp gate, and I'm gonna pause it. Just try to like keep up with it, you know. So I'm supposed to get 1 assimilator and 2 gateways and continue building oracles. So I'm gonna get 2 gateways. This is gonna go in here, and I think it's C now, yeah. Not too worried about that. The computer won't even be able to hold that. Excuse me. I burp sometimes. I'm a human. So, okay. Forgot our assimilator here. Sheesh. So, yeah, of course we won with the Oracle, but we're not too worried about that. Just gonna try to keep on top of other stuff here that we need to be doing. So, personally, I'm not even interested in making more than 2 of these. I'm not sure how useful they are, but I'm only gonna make 3 right now. So, I thought I built a pylon down there. Did I cancel it or something? So I'm gonna just see how this feels. I don't know if that's too early for that. I don't think it is. So, right now we've got this army here. I'm just trying to think what else I could have, done. So let me just go over this list again, and I'll pull it up for you guys so you can see it. There it is. So before the Nexus, we got our 2 Stalkers, Sentry, Oracle, and a Mothership Core. We did this right. So we kept making Oracles during the expand. We whiffed the assimilator. Didn't get it on time. If I yawn one more time, I swear to God, I'm just gonna go to sleep right now on the stream. Just kidding. So we rallied the Oracles across. We put on pressure at the front with the Stalkers. Keep the Mothership Core there just in case we need a recall, probably. So yeah, we could possibly go into Colossus Tech, or I thought of another one a minute ago. It's kind of got like an all-in flavor, so we're just gonna call it all-in. And we could probably do the all-in with. See, it depends on what he has. I don't like the all-in so much, honestly. So I actually on that website it had a transition. Transitions into any normal mid game that you like. At around 8 minutes, just before you push with the Oracles, plant down a Robo or a Twilight Council to start taking to Colossus or Templar. Then, after your Oracle harass is finished, you'll already be halfway to your desired tech. Get more gateways down, and upgrades started while you're harassing your opponent. So that's cool. That's what we're gonna do here. We're not gonna do the Templar. I think it's too risky. So if we get 1 gateway, 1 robo, 1 forge, we're on 4 gate robo on 1 base. That's good. We'll be being defensive. So yeah, during the Oracle tech, so it wanted this robo at 8 minutes. So I'm not like day 9 with the notepad, sorry guys. Alright, so this will put a benchmark. It says 8 minutes, I think. I'm just gonna go make sure again. Yeah, 8 minutes. So 3 in each gas. That's obviously the way to go. There's some, oh yeah, Chrono Boost. We need to pay attention to Chrono Boost. So, everything that has a Chrono Boost, I'm going to put a star afterwards. Or I guess I'll put... I don't like that because... Well, we can put it here, too. Chrono Boost. One on Stalker. One on first Stalker. Then I'm assuming probes and I don't think you would chrono boost the oracles, so it's probably just Stalker and probes. Just trying to think about how that would feel. We'll see. We'll see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna surrender the game, and we're gonna go back in and do it again. So I'm gonna take this window down so I can see it, but you can't. You guys are probably more interested in the game anyway. But yeah. So I don't want to be random. I want to be Protoss. Alright. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I got any messages here. Nope. No messages. Perfectly fine. Alright. So we're getting into the game. And we're going to see if we can do this a little bit better this time. We're going to focus on the opening. I'm not even going to attack with the oracles this time. I'm just going to rally them to the other side of the map and not even look at them. Oh yeah, so I can talk a little bit about the reason that you do builds like this now. The reason that you should make a build order list, not in numbers but in groups, is because of rearrangement. And what I mean by that is, not a yawn, of course. God. Okay, so what I mean by that is, if you put them in groups, you kind of make a mental note of like what buildings are associated with what other buildings, and that allows you to, like in a pinch, kind of rearrange the way that the buildings come down. So like if you get attacked early and you say I can't throw down like both my assimilators at once because I'm getting like 2 racks or something. Well, that means that I know that I need 2 assimilators at once, so I can throw down 2 assimilators at once later. Or I can, like, kind of plan out how my gas is going to go. So that I know that I need a certain amount of assimilators at a certain time, you know, stuff like that. So it just kind of, like, helps you rearrange things, keep them organized, and kind of, like, mold your build around like what your opponent's doing. So this is kind of weird that all this stuff happens at once, but see, okay, so I should not have chrono boost my Nexus right there because now I'm not making a probe. Probes. Alright, so the next thing is Stargate. Stargate. So as soon as this finishes, I start a Stalker, then a Mothership Core, and then a Stargate. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Trying to watch my supply because I got supply blocked last time. So I'm not going to chrono boost the warp gate this time, and I am going to get I'm going to get a probe, a Stargate, and then a Mothership Core. That's what I think I should do.
So we're gonna make this 5. And this looks like it's kind of evened up a little bit, so that might be okay. We're gonna chrono boost that because it's important. So at this point a Reaper could be in our base, but we don't really worry about that right now. It's just something that I need to note, just in case. So now we attack with these. I'm just gonna send them here. Get a Stalker. I did get supply blocked, but it's not as bad as last time. I'm gonna chrono boost the Stalker again, and then I'm gonna make an Oracle. And I'm gonna stop making probes now. I'm at 16, perfectly saturated. So 200 minerals, gonna send the probe down there. Stalker came out, gonna add that to the hotkey, but not really pay any attention to it at all. So I need to, I guess I'll make this 3. I don't know how much I like that, but for now it's gonna be fine. It's gonna do. Alright, so now we got this. The Oracle's gonna go over there. As soon as this finishes, I'm gonna pop out a Sentry. Did get supply blocked. That's actually a pretty bad one right there. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. So now we got warp gates though. And now the next thing we need is 2 gates and an assimilator. So I'm gonna warp in a Sentry. Chrono boost getting all fuckered up. It's okay. So we got a Sentry. So right now we're Oracle harassing, we're doing our thing. Gonna get an assimilator now. We've got lots of probes queued up. It's pretty bad. So right now we should be on our 3rd Oracle, and it said at 8 minutes we're supposed to throw down our tech. So 8 minutes is like right now. So I'm gonna throw down my Robo. And I'm going to change my Stargate hotkey to my Robo hotkey, because I'm not Huck. I need less hotkeys. So we got our gates, we got our Sentry. Alright. So we're just warping in here, just arbitrary units, just trying to spend the money the best way that I can. Alright. So we got our Robo here. Don't quite have enough probes to support a the Robo Bay yet. I am gonna get it though. So right now I'm not making units, I need to make them. See Daisy. So we got our Colossus box. We're gonna get our other gateway now. And we're gonna start getting all this gas. We're gonna need a lot of pylons because, you know. So now I've got all these units. It's pretty substantial here. And if I did any kind of damage, I would feel pretty good right now, I think, if I managed to save some units. I still have these oracles here, so you can't really move out. I should have 3 oracles, though, and I only have 2. Yeah, so we're getting our Colossus. Did I throw down apparently not. A forge is what I need. So now we're going to start getting stalkers because we're getting Colossus and we need some anti-air to go with them. I'm going to get supply blocked again, just not used to the build yet. So we got our observer over here, we see, yep, taking an expand, that's cool. Starting to get enough money for a third, so I'm going to take one. And I'm just taking this kind of far just so I can feel how it plays out, you know. Start getting this, I'm going to need a Twilight soon. He's got a Raven, which is just fucking bonkers. So we're going to get more stalkers. You should always tell your observer to follow your Colossus and take it out of your hotkey. That way it kind of like trails behind like that, see that? So yeah, let's see here. Definitely stalkers still. So now we've got, at 12 minutes, we've got an army with some Colossi with range, and we're getting our upgrade. We could definitely have done this faster, but it's looking pretty decent. And then, I'm gonna get 2 cannons here, 2 gas. Oh, that was lucky. So right now we're just being defensive, we're defending drops, you know. We're going to transition here into charge. I really like blink. I usually get blink, but that's just something that I'll get in the moment. It's not really something that I'm overly worried about. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. Just trying to optimize up. So our upgrade's good. Gonna get our second armor upgrade. You should always get your armor before anything else. So I'm just gonna like send these in here and try to win, see if it happens. So now our Templar tech's done. And I mean, it's just a matter of playing standard after this. If you can get to this point, then you're fine. Like there's not much they can really, there's not much that they can really do to you in the mid game if you've got this kind of, if you have this kind of army in the mid game. So we just killed every unit that he has, pretty much. This is just like me screwing around before the next game. No, I built 3 gateways. There they are. I guess he's I guess he's dead. Alright, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna run a commercial. Get some water, you know, try to wake up a little bit. But I'll be back, so just stay tuned. We're gonna do a little bit more optimizing, and during the break I'll try to log in to the actual game to see if it's back online yet. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be right back. Just hang tight, guys.